A lot of the communication that we give to one another is emotional. We respond to emotional pleas in advertising, in public relations, in public life, for politicians, sloganeering. So emotions are a big part of what we do. And anytime a human and a computer meet, there is a potential problem because the computer is not innately trained to detect any type of emotions from human beings, whereas we are, right? Since birth, we're kind of innately drawn to facial expressions. There's certain type of almost a universal human experience, right, with emotions, and that we're taught from our parents from a very, very early age, whereas computers aren't. Obviously, they're machines that are built to to be zeros and ones and to do escalating levels of logic in order to solve problems. The problem is with computers is not they don't understand emotions because, well, we don't understand emotions. There's psychology has a replication problem with 67% of their studies haven't been replicated, and these are things that have led to people being incarcerated, put to death, discriminated, introduced bias all the way across the system because we thought that originally that this science was good science. It turns out it wasn't. And a lot of the emotional research was based off of these old studies. So we don't even know if they hold true anymore. And it leads to some of the confusion that you see where you even have articles. There was lately one out of PNOS.org where it was listing 40 different discrete emotional states. Now, we all know that that's probably, an overreach, right? And that there's probably a lot fewer than 40, and a lot of them are probably being conflated and being, counted more than once, which is a problem with confounds when you're dealing with this kind of that many variables. So Vern solves the problem where we can actually detect the emotions that are latent inside the messages themselves, because we as social creatures, we're trained in this our whole lives. And a lot of the things that we do when we communicate the emotions are something that is so innate to us that it becomes kind of lost or hidden. We don't necessarily see them. We don't pay attention to them. We don't even consciously really acknowledge that their existence when we're crafting messages to send to somebody. And then this kind of dovetailed into some research we found where the neuroscientists had discovered what's called a prediction error, where the brain rewards itself with a little dopamine boost if it discovers something that's different or novel or new. It's kind of like when you're in kindergarten, they had you play that game, one of these things that's not like the other. And notice that when you shared this information, you actually got a little bit bigger dopamine boost, which got us thinking that this must be a very big component of emotional communications and maybe even logic, to be completely honest.